Hi everybody, my name is Michael. Welcome back to the Scrubbook Farm YouTube channel. Today I want to be talking about how to know whenever it's time for you to move your pigs if you are doing a rotationally grazed system. So I'm standing here in one of their paddocks that I put them on last Saturday. I like to usually move my pigs within the number of 7 to 12 days. Main reason being that's about the time that it takes for them to destroy a paddock and move on. So whenever you're doing this kind of system and you want to go back and plant like actual good seed, so good grass crop can grow, you don't want them to have too heavy of an impact on the ground. You don't want them to tear up this whole thing, compact the ground, get real hard, so nothing can grow. It'll take a longer time for the rest period of things to grow back. We are in the off season right now, but still you have to be considerate. One of the main things, a couple of the main things that I'm looking for when I'm about to move these pigs is what the field looked like before and what it looked like after. So with this field, you really can't tell what it looked like before because I did not record it. But this field in front of them, let's see if you can see. It used to look like this ground, but now it looks like this, which is fine. That's what we're looking for. So my main signs are the rootage. If this ground used to look like that and now it looks basically like just a bunch of dirt, it's about time for them to be moved. There's a couple of bigger craters back here. We have a rain that softens the ground up. Pigs love to root through the rain. They build wallows, do whatever they want. Another thing that I'm looking for is manure load. These pigs have kind of a heavy manure load on this field. If you're walking through and every step you take, you can like see a pile of dung like within like a 5-foot radius. It's about time for them to be moved. But once you start raising pigs, you start figuring it out. When's a good time for your fields? My fields are different than yours. And the last thing I'm looking for is smell. If you're downwind from these pigs, you can kind of smell manure. That's that typical pig stench. Like I said, it has been raining, so it is wet. So it does stink a little bit more, but it's not a bad stink with them being out here on pasture. So yeah, I also am going to explain shade carts, how to build that. It's a super simple build. It's a great build. I'm going to show y'all how to move them. I know that in the previous video I've already done that, but I don't think that was the best video to show y'all on, so I'll get a better explanation on this future video. So yeah, let's get to it. So I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm just using my simple 1/2-inch electric tape. I use tape so the pigs can see it better than your regular galvanized wire on just a simple reel that you can get from Tractor Supply. What I'm going to do is tie a knot just so it adds a little hook such as that. And I'm going to put it on the first one closest to where I'm going. So I'm going to be going this way instead of this way. I'm going to tie that knot tight, and then I'm going to wrap it once just so it holds. Then I'll walk in and I'll show you all how to route the first one. Then I'm just going to time lapse the rest of it. So whenever I come up on a corner post, what I do is I grab the wire and I pull it real tight. The less slack you have, the faster it's gonna shock them. Less play in it. Pigs don't think they can run out from under it. So I'm gonna pull it tight and I'm going to wrap it like this. And I'm gonna wrap it once just so it holds. I'm gonna do that on every single post. Alrighty, let me time lapse this. Now that everything's ran, I don't know if you can see this, but the pigs, they know that they're about to get moved. What I'm gonna go do is grab their wooden plank that I use. I'm gonna lay it across and I'll drag across the shade cart and explain to y'all there. So yeah, it's pretty much that simple. Usually I convince them with feed, but these pigs are pretty much trained at this point. You don't have to worry too much about them. I did give them noodles. The noodles are cooked in salt water and vinegar, apple cider vinegar. They're organic noodles. They're non-GMO, all that stuff. We had extras of it at the house, so we gave it to them. Everything's legal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take y'all over to to see the shade cart, and then I'll explain y'all how to move it, show you how to build it. Yeah. So this is my mobile shade cart for the pigs. Usually you don't have to have shade if you're running them through woods or silva pasture, I don't know what they call it. What this basically is just 4 2x4s, a hog panel that got cut in half, and a tarp that I had laying around. I think the middle of it is 45 inches and it's 117 inches long. I didn't even have to put wheels on it, it's super light. I just pick it up and move it with a cord such as like you would with a chicken coop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all me dragging it over there, show y'all a couple of tips, and then I'll be on my way. Sorry if this video is super long. Alrighty. And just like that, the pigs are moved. Right, so before I bore y'all, this is the last few things. So before we move the pigs, make sure they are hungry. Don't feed them before you move them. They'll be less inclined to move because they're not hungry. So you can persuade them with feed. Like mine are, they're already trained to it. They're fine, they'll get used to moving. And the water, especially on hot days, do not dump that water out until you move the pigs. The pigs will want to go and wallow, and then they will not leave, especially on a hot day, they will not leave the wallow. So on this new paddock, I'm expecting probably about 5 to 7 days before I have to move them. It's, I would say like 100 by 100. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all have any questions on how I do things, such as the pigs and chickens, I know I made a video about that the other day. I'm going to show y'all how to move those shortly. About the pigs, what I feed them, how to move them, why I move them, this and that. I made a couple of videos, but if y'all have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help y'all start farming. Thank y'all.